Who are you? What's your name? What do you do?
Hello, I'm Kady Srinivasan. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of You.com.
And you just spoke today at the AI Marketing Conference?
That's right. And I talked about the idea of a multi-threaded marketer, what it means to be doing marketing in the world of AI or the age of AI, and how that's changed what it was even a year ago.
And what are the top 3 takeaways for a multi-threaded marketer?
So the biggest thing is, what does it mean to be a multi-threaded marketer? Meaning you have to be able to bring together multiple different threads, content, product, thinking about systems, all of that together to achieve certain outcomes. That's the main thing. Secondly, in this world, because there's infinite content, you need to be able to run these systems in parallel. So you have to pick a few things, pick your ICP, but run these threads in parallel. And then the third thing is, the most important thing in all of this is figuring out what is that go-to-market tech stack that supports all of this. So the new go-to-market tech stack is going to be completely different from what we have all been building up in the last few years.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of the characteristics of that tech stack that we should be looking for?
One, it has to be able to absorb agents and co-pilots. Obviously, second, bring LLMs in the loop, meaning that whatever we do from a tech stack campaign perspective, we need to be able to take that feedback and loop it back so that the agents, LLMs can learn from it. That's another thing. And then the third element is the humans who are running this. Like, we need to have the taste and the judgment to know what to do with that tech stack.
And well, it used to be tech in the loop when you're trying to do work, organizing an office and things. And now it's humans in the loop. What's the significance of that turning of the tables? What change does that bring about?
I think what it is when you run agents, for instance, you get a lot of output. So you take a cold outbound agent, right? You get a ton of emails that are going out. But if you don't have a human in the loop who is looking at it and looking at the results of those campaigns, and then saying, okay, this isn't quite working, let's go try something else. You never increase your outcome, you only increase output. There's a big difference between output and outcome. And so that's the big change, is technology can do a whole lot for you while you sleep. But if you're not careful about what you want it to do, then it can do a lot of that doesn't yield anything.
And you mentioned the importance of taste and judgment in terms of decision. So a lot of the technology, you mentioned the stack, what it's doing seems to me is flattening the value chain, right? So what it took me like maybe 10 people to do one after another, maybe trying to organize them and work in parallel. Now I can do all by myself and along with an agent or multiple agents. So that seems to go with your thesis that they have to be multifaceted and multi-threaded.
That's right.
Is it technology driven, the flattening of that curve and everything's in your hand?
Yeah, exactly. Think about it. If I was a product marketer 10 years ago, I probably was not very well versed in demand gen at all. I learned from my colleagues who were doing that. But now with AI, you can become a decent enough demand gen person, but at the same time, you have deep roots in product marketing. So you have the opportunity now to extend your range of the things that you can do. But in doing all of that, it's not like you take the AI slop and just put it in there. You need to have the taste to know what might work actually. There's a difference between taste and judgment, in my opinion. Taste is the aesthetic, visual, that kind of stuff. The judgment is common sense. Is this actually going to yield the result that I want? Or is this just going to be yet another thing that we try because an LLM is suggesting it? So I think the flattening, I love your word flattening. I think the flattening is happening because you have access to intelligence that you didn't have before. But to make that intelligence work for you, you need to have the judgment.
And so traditionally, we'll see in the division of labor in marketing, you're a product marketer, you're a field marketer, you're a product marketer 2 and product marketer 3, but everything's coming together, right?
Yeah.
So I guess there's maybe an inflection point or a tipping point where we went from specialization back to kind of generalist, but almost in a kind of Renaissance type of way. Do you see that shift happening? Is it the agentic age, if you will, or the moment that's causing that kind of shift back to somebody who's has more of a purview of the process?
I think so. I think you can, there is a moment of time right now where generalists, I think, will be quite valuable and who can bring all of this stuff together. I do have a feeling though that new things will get created. When you have a bunch of people who are using AI to solve multiple problems, there is going to be more creativity unlocked. So I think there's going to be another wave of specialization that comes, but in a different way. I don't think that it's going to be product marketing versus brand. I think it'll be things like, do I know how to become an outbound specialist? in multiple ways. Like there's probably different kinds of specialization that will come, but we are at the beginning stages of that.
Yeah, and so you need to know the stack. But
Yes,
what's your
yes.
stack that you bring to the game? Last couple of questions. I'm a career coach, so I work with a lot of people transitioning, looking for new jobs, looking for promotions, things like that. What advice would you give to job seekers, and how do people, early stage, early career people, what direction should they have? How should they educate themselves? Should they educate themselves? And in mid to late career who are now facing this kind of tidal wave of change? How do we navigate all of that?
Yeah, I think whether you're early stage or mid-career, you bring a lot of different advantages. If you're early stage, you have maybe a better idea of what to learn and what kind of tools, and you can get deeper into systems and learn quicker, and be on top of things. If you're mid-stage, you come with a lot of experience, and don't discount that experience, because it's very important in this age to have that judgment that's built on that experience. I think no matter what, I think part of this is going to be a little bit about the grind of, getting in front of people, talking to people, understanding their business problems, trying to help with the business problems. I do receive a lot of cold email from people. And to be frank, some of them are actually really thoughtfully written, and it piques my interest. I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually a pretty good, somebody who's actually thinking about my business and what's needed. So don't underestimate the power of reaching out, trying to sell yourself in the right way to people.
How you present yourself.
Going through the interviews, like, the basics of show passion for their company or for their business problem. Sam mentioned this earlier, but human relationships, that has never gone away. Talking to people live, I think those are all, and it's intimidating for sure. And over the many years in my career, I've had to go through these humps of like imposter syndrome and getting comfortable with getting in front of people and being rejected and being like trivialized, and your accomplishments being trivialized. And yes, but you just have to push through it. And I think someone like yourself will be very useful in.
And so, and you want to talk about your company? What do you do as you do at U.com?
So U.com is AI search infrastructure, which basically means that we provide APIs and domain-specific data for companies that are building their own custom apps or agents. And these custom apps or agents are usually things that involve some sort of search data or some sort of search experience that makes it very personalized to their consumers, their end consumers.
Okay, great. And so we enjoyed your talk. How important are these kind of live events, do you think, in this age?
I think this is amazing. Like, we do so many live events even in my own company as an AI company. It's super important.
Okay, very good. Well, thanks very much. Really
Thank you very much.
All right, good luck.
If you have a team and you want the team to be 10x what they are, you've got to send them to events. The best event to send them is AI Marketing Summit.